Naku, lakad mo
Normally.
Choose your hero.
So like I said, I don't think the hero does too well in the carry department unless I missed a very powerful build. Because I tried carrying with Gyrocopter, and especially against heroes like the Terrorblade and the Void, you just notice a really hard fall off. That is gonna be the first blood with an Asta with the Tombstone. He is just gonna get ran down. He is gonna put his Illus to work on that. But the real hero is that TNC undying by so many freaking mangoes, and more often than not it works out. Here there is a 2-0 gold lead. Now KNP has to run for his life, but early on Gyrocopter is still pretty strong and he will be fine. It's always the kill you don't look at, as instead Chris Meta. Down comes the Tombstone once again, and that is gonna be enough to just ruin Asta's life. Don't you wish you had a Sunder right now? Well, too bad, says RDP. Well, he probably just says merp merp. But Mavis will be the next target. And even with that slow Soul Rip plus Decay is gone. Enigma locked down with the homing missile coming in, and that combo already on the mark. Now you may as well max the Conjure Image. Ensure your farming speed is still where it should be. Because you can see Gyrocopter. He is rich, he is going ham. He went for the Dragonlance into the Aghanim Scepter. So far so good. Nice kill up on the top lane. They say, you know what, screw this VPN. If we're gonna be lagging anyways, we may as well combo our ultimates on somebody who can't run away, who can't dodge us last second. As this Void Spirit is just abusing the crap out of. There is the Bog Black Hole and Pangolier awkward rolling Thunder, but it is not gonna be enough to go for any kills, considering there was no follow-up available. See, just imagine if TNC had an Dream Coil wasn't quite ready, so Puck wasn't there, able to find that into a black hole. And now Yudi Vessuwan going for another initiation, killing off the end. Void Spirit ticking low, but not quite dead. Puck may try to go for an Illusory Orb snipe position, and instead Enigma now gets ran at, gets killed off. Just an Enigma. Now Puck comes in, trying to turn around with the Terrorblade, taking out huge amounts of damage. That is the Void Spirit going down and still stun locked up in a corner. Will get stunned down the high ground though. Sometimes that knockback from the Rolling Thunder can screw you over quite a bit. Tower gets denied. It was mostly Desolator, Maelstrom and MKB all not being as good as they used to anymore. Now, nice silence on to Bog is gonna interrupt that black hole, and that's kinda awkward. Now Void Spirit stuck in place, however. He is still alive, he is still juking it out. Jumps straight to a Fissure though. Gets stunned with the Aftershock as well. But RDP already running down the Earthshaker. Earthshaker gets caught with the Pangolier. That's the Pangolier Maelstrom build. I love this. Hey guys, maybe we should have to back off. Puck gets hookshot on. TNT making sure to line that up perfectly. Just a tiny bit more damage is gonna do it. Puck jukes back, instead lands a good Dream Coil. And that is Puck getting away. TNT goes on down, RDP goes on down. Terrorblade got himself a double kill. Is gonna get homed in on by that missile. Double kill for the TB though, and TNC, they are finally able, but you are not gonna be able to contest that with a Roche. Yeah. Going down this quickly to the zombies. Plus Tombstone was there for exactly the time they needed to take the Roche, making fighting into that even more impossible, since you would constantly have the vision on you given away. Nice Fissure comes on out. Now Enigma gets caught, as they know full well silencing him up should be a priority. Prevent that black hole from coming out, and TNC are down a major resource. So is UD, as they have just lost their Pangolier, and not just their Pangolier, Lionex goes down as well. The TB BKB coming in with huge impact. Gyrocopter, He is flag cannoning people down, but a flag cannon. Yeah.
His middle tower is under attack.
In comes the hook shot onto the Enigma. Maybe this time around they don't end up overcommitting to him. Missile is there, Rolling Thunder is there. I say you don't want to overcommit to him, but you still have to kill him and barely make it. As he tried to get the black hole out, but didn't succeed. Okay, this time around, Vessuwan, they didn't actually overcommit. Pangolier is gonna die for that. Clockwork has to back himself out of the fight as he just got taken super low health. And now the Terrorblade is able to hit Madmate for too long. Never mind, it is still a bad fight. Gyrocopter, he may have huge impact. And you're dead anyhow, or at least super low health. You do not mind overcoming being over. Now Bog. Yeah, with the call down, a nice and clean kill, at least so far. KNP though, he does get recoiled up. Nice tombstone on the high ground. Means that maybe Vessuwan can take this. They are thinking about it at least. KNP super low health, he is quite tanked, gets saved with the cogs. And guess what, Terrorblade? You may have overstepped your welcome. Asta, that is your ultimate down. And with that, everything can now be thrown at you. UD, they kite around the Terrorblade for a change. Clock, once again, utilizing that overclock really well. Chilling for a bit, but nope, says TNC, as they will smoke up, will run at the Clockwork instead. And that is probably just gonna be that TNT. TNT still creating lots of space. The Clockwork's still alive, and that means Terrorblade may have just overextended his welcome. He is trying to go for the kill, has to sunder his own teammate. Bog finds a nice black hole. And Puck, meanwhile, finally found the Clockwork in the backline. Had to chase quite a bit for that, but is gonna get back out again. That is a 2-for-0 for the side of TNC. They did have to utilize the black hole for that, but Terrorblade, he is still full raid boss mode for half the duration of that metamorphosis. That is 25 seconds of Terrorblade just being able to go ham. Clockwork realizes that, buys back, and now Madmate will get right kicked down. Lion next. Probably gonna be the next target. Yeah, with the Dream Coil, he definitely is. Terrorblade has a double damage room plus meta. At least the meta is gonna wear off now as KNP got himself a mega kill streak. Did get a turnaround kill on the end and is now looking for more. The triple flare is gonna make short work of the Earthshaker as Puck could now look for a turnaround together with Bog, and they will. Gyrocopter though, he may look low health, but he is really tanky. Is gonna take out to the last instance of malediction damage though. Yeah, him hitting himself, that does hurt. Bog gets caught though, and Puck will as well. The only one left alive is this Terrorblade. So, I mean, a lower record should still be available now. A nice gank on the Terrorblade is gonna force out his BKB and meta immediately. TNT, he knows full well he can just ignore the Terrorblade. Actually, they managed to almost get a return kill on the end, but Mavis, nice save with the Invis. Asta gets caught, but no follow-up damage there, as follow-up damage is instead turned on the end, and now the follow-up damage is coming into Asta. Asta gets caught by the Remnant, and with KNP's call down, he is finally gonna drop. This Terrorblade, he may be ridiculously tanky. KNP, he's not the fastest of pushers, but if you are this far ahead, then it doesn't matter. And maybe that's how you're supposed to play Gyrocopter nowadays. Kind of like a Slark, where if you fall behind, the game is lost, so don't fall behind. KNP, he manages to go ham on people left and right. Really well done by him. And is gonna die from that end. Void Spirit zoned into an awkward spot. In comes the Clockwork. In comes the double stun, and down goes the Void Spirit. But there is Bog finally finding that big black hole, and one goes down. KNP also goes down. Triple kill for the Terrorblade. As while that is happening on the back line, Lion X gets caught retreating. And at least Pangolier manages to teleport out. Okay, the gold has gotten back up to 2k, but guess what? TNC, they are instead gonna be the ones looking for a smoke gang onto the Gyrocopter no less. The Gyrocopter is just gonna melt. Void Spirit, he jumped in there to try and save his carry. But guess what? He is gonna die as a follow-up. And Enigma did just press that refresh orb, so he has the full combo available again. Just barely enough mana for it too. Still chasing for more on the side of duty, Vessuwan. KNP is back and he is looking for that value. So far, he can still man-fight the Terrorblade, provided he has BKB on. Obviously, if he has a Thunder target, then suddenly that man-fight doesn't look so good. But like this, they are gonna be fine, and the best part is Gyrocopter. Wait a second. Just been ridiculous. Roche goes down to the Gyrocopter, who manages to take everything but the cheese. 3 Aghanim's for whoever needs it. And Chandris now getting missile down. Yeah, see, this is one of those situations where the Aghanim Center would have actually, Aghanim Shard, I mean, would have actually just done so much damage. But they still get the kill on Buck. That takes away this dangerous Enigma for a while. Pango looking to Rolling Thunder in. Can he catch the end? Nope, he cannot. Instead, they are going to settle for the Earthshaker. Though I think Earthshaker may just be the bigger kill than the end. Looking across the board. Okay, KNP going for the top tier 3 tower. Still has that second life available, but Undying does not. And you do not want your Undying to go down like this. Silenced up and unable to even get out any spells. Now the turnaround with the Void Spirit coming in. Homing missile dealing a lot of damage. KNP still alive, but not much longer. Is gonna fall. Let's see what he has ready as he responds. No Satanic, that's for sure. And yeah, he could be in a bunch of trouble, but the BKB is there, and so is the Pangolier. Getting a nice, fortunate disarm on the Terrorblade, keeping Gyrocopter alive and well, and can now look into turning this fight around, perhaps even. Asta, he still has the Thunder. The rest of his team not quite so fortunate though, and Gyrocopter will just get himself out as Void Spirit gets a quick kill onto that puck, and now he does have his Terrorblade. With a Black Hole plus Echo Slam once again being committed. That is so overkill, and down goes Lionex on the Undying at the start. He did get the Tombstone down though, and that's really all that hero is good for at this point. Now a nice Black Hole means Gyrocopter is just gonna be dead for 2 minutes though, and so is the Pangolier. Triple kill for Asta once again. Of TNC, but we did talk about me thinking that Gyrocopter isn't that late game viable anymore, and he is just gonna get outscaled by a Terrorblade, provided Terrorblade does play a bit greedy. And looking at Asta's items, he went full greedy with an MKB and a Daedalus to kind of counteract the early gameness of the Saint Yasha, right? Saint Yasha is one of those items that doesn't scale well to the late game, but you don't need to scale any later than this, it seems, as now TNC are just hitting the engine, everything they got. Clockwork trying to get out of there, but with him P-Dive flying, he is just gonna go down, and GG gets called before the Black Hole can even be procced on the Void Spirit. That, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna conclude the third game of the day. One more to go here, as TNC will have one more comboed with Mortimer's Kisses as well, because, you know, that Snapfire magical damage is so huge. And yeah, I freaking called it, chat. Please tell me this time. Okay, no. I didn't accidentally mute myself again, because every time I Slark go to town, his lattice may not be perfect, but now they catch an Undying with the root. RDP, he steals some more strength, but Slark is stealing away at his attributes. Doesn't get himself permanent agility, however, Mavis will secure the... Nope. So, basically, for those unfamiliar with the tentacle thing lore, wait a second. Buck is gonna go down. Basically, the hero of the Realm of Time, or an adventurer there, or something else that's reasonably powerful. However, there is the God of Time, and that is what this tentacle thing is supposed to be an acolyte of. So this thing basically betrayed Faceless Void's god, which does kind of explain why it looks like Faceless Void 2, right? Apparently things in the realm... Nice two-man fissure from Carlo, as he's still trying to go for Lionex. Visit, Soul Assumption will be a kill. KNP, his lane is suffering so badly. And the tentacle thing just running away. All those tentacles are not gonna keep him safe from the looks of it though. One more hit is gonna do it. KNP, can he run? Yes, he can with the time walk. If they only get the Void. Okay, they try for the Void Courier and Midas is a mandatory item on him. So I don't think he minds being that bit behind. But Slark is another hero that really doesn't mind falling behind. And he is currently ahead just for free. Enjoying a very easy top lane. Can expand the support to scout out that Invis rune on the Earth Spirit. On the mid lane though, a big Mars Arena is gonna trade Mad Mate for Chris. Mid lane for mid lane so far, that's still good. And now the supports are coming in, but guess who the more powerful supports are? It is gonna be TNCs, at least when it comes to man fighting. Because the supports from UD Vessuwan, they're supposed to do an entirely different thing. They're supposed to deliver big ultimates and lots of spell damage to the team. Which, yeah, doesn't really out when you're playing to Arena. May not be for the best. Okay, Pangolier almost has that swashbuckle again. Really unfortunate on the swashbuckle timing there. KNP is now being surrounded and ran down. And 1 stun, 2 stun, 3 stun, down he goes. Making sure the Void still absolutely can't have a game. 2k gold now for TNC. As Slark, a hero I said during the draft, can afford to fall behind, can make a comeback from unbelievable conditions. It's just snowballing, it's just waiting until he can join those fights. And TNT, he's forced to show himself, meaning he is forced to die. And that means Mad Mate gets ran at. They committed 4 out of 5 heroes to this lane. The only one still left not fighting is the Undying at the top lane for the side of UD Vessuwan. And guess what? UD Vessuwan, they are gonna lose all of those heroes. Amazing job by Bok. Our admin, we got a new admin who's also working super freaking hard. Nice dunk on the Linex to start things off, and there is an arena from the Mars only onto the Dazzle, but it may prevent a good Shadowgrave from coming out as there is a Chronosphere at the ready. They will not need it for Chris, or maybe they do. Chris still kiting them around, doesn't get a lucky disarm on KNP, and just a 1-for-1 trade. TNC though entirely fine with that, because guess what? Asta still hasn't committed to the team fights. Oh my god, he's doing my favorite. But meanwhile, the mid, UD Vessuwan have other priorities than the Slark, which already sounds problematic, right? Having other priorities than the Slark in current patch, really? Really? You dare? But if they don't stop this push, that would also be severely disastrous. And down goes the tower to the Familiars. Now you need some good return kills out of that. Chronosphere onto 2 will lead to an early Dazzle kill, and it means Carlo also goes down thanks to the Magnetize getting committed. Chris comes in with the Rolling Thunder as they know who the most valuable kill of the fight is, and Slark comes in as well. Double kill for Chris, managing to turn that fight around for his team. He is going for the slightly less entertaining Diffu. It's just enough to make a rotation that big worth it. But you still want to pressure an objective or something out of that. And now we can see TNC farm up, which will lead to a nice roll in and Magnetize double silence from the Earth Spirit. But there is Chris trying to turn it around with the Rolling Thunder coming in once again. And he is dishing out so much damage. That will be a return kill. Carlos still has to drop for that one to happen. But now Mad Mate left entirely without mana. Does press a stick, but that only allows Pangolier to do more damage. And guess what? Snapfire, you're standing still. Slark only has 2 points of permanent agility so far. Wants to make that some more. Makes it 3 by killing off the Undying. 7k gold lead now for the side of TNC. And Slark Void can still enable a comeback off the back of a Chronosphere. But guess what? Slark, he disassembled his Echo Saber. He is gonna go for those ultra range pounces. And that is Dazzle tanking the entire damage of the face's Void, and is just gonna be fine thanks to Shadowgrave once more. Mavis doing an excellent job of playing this Dazzle. Like I said, as a position 5, you want to be poor, you want to be bottom of the team's net worth. And he is making sure he isn't getting too valuable by buying like a bunch of small stat items to swap back and forth in your backpack either. Just Shadowgrave people and then die. That may even be enough here, at least for the time being. Later on, Dazzle is gonna have some huge Juju plays, provided he lives long enough. Visage in a bunch of trouble now as they finally do get a good initiation on him, but the Earthshaker, oof, that's gotta be awkward. They find such a perfect initiation, then there's a fissure. Just turning that all around, and that is gonna be an ownage with Slark, who has 7 points. And it looks like the chaotic fight is gonna leave Visage caught out and focused on. Does have the stone form plus a lot of Gravekeeper's cloak to work with. And Slark does the Aegis, so Slark is gonna jump in. And that is gonna be 1 kill. Faces fight, even if he does get a good Cronus here. And he is gonna find it onto 4 people. Oh my goodness, now the Dazzle walked in. I was gonna say, even if they get a good Chronosphere here, there's still the Dazzle, but no. Dazzle walked forward, thinking there was not gonna be a Chrono coming out of the void. And makes for at least 3 unnecessary deaths. However, Chris on the back lines of that is gonna kill off Mad Mate, and now Asta can just get himself away. Yeah, Dazzle, that was into an... Yeah, he is gonna add an Orchid to the mix. That will be a really early Bloodthorn timing for Slark, who already has Aghanim for a while now. And nice initiation with the arena. Killing off the Dazzle is of course your first priority. However, now KNP, he gets stun locked. A bit of an unfortunate stone for him, keeping the void alive. However, Asta on the back lines, running down the Undying. Now we got a 2-man Chronosphere, trying to kill off the Earthshaker void. Doesn't really do enough damage without those lightning procs. Will find some lightning procs, and Pangolier, he does get the kill on KNP for that one though, and that is just a disaster, as Slark also killed off Matt. Okay, Undying will be the first target with the Bloodthorn. He is gonna go down in absolutely no time. And Slark gonna keep counting while Void is looking for the good Chronosphere, but it is not gonna be a good Chronosphere. It is not even gonna be a mediocre Chronosphere, as Dazzle is just sitting out of there. And yeah, all Void really did was deliver them a free kill on a silver platter. KNP, if only he could have chronoed the Dazzle, focused the Dazzle down, then his team may have still had a shot. But I think this is GG, and we're just waiting for them to call it. Which was kind of to be expected from the draft onwards, right? Like, I called it during the draft that if you Vessuwan leave, even if you do, lock him down in the Chronosphere. This man has so much agility by the time you get him. He is just incredibly tanky, almost 30 armor. KNP, you deal physical damage. Are you sure you want to mess with this Slark? Because Asta, he sure wants to mess with you. And that's 2-man Echo into the fissure. Down goes the Mars. Nice bounces around from the Pangolier. RDP goes on down. Double kill for the Visage, and I think at this point you're calling it right. Beauty Vessuwan, I feel sorry for them, but this is what happens when you get out-drafted in current patch. The drafts are really important. Mistakes get punished really, really bad. So we are...